Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookah_anonymous_. Alright, we're able to be a little more explicit, I'm a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So make sure you head on down to Instagram right now and follow us at hookah_anonymous_. Alright, now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, FBG Cash, I know at this point a lot of people are tired of hearing about, the videos, what may have happened, who may have set them up, who was there, the girl there, the whole 9 yards, right? However, today we have the original case incident report, pretty much aka the police report that was taken from that same day, right? And it was retrieved through the FOIA, and for y'all that don't know what it means, it's the Freedom of Information Act. Anybody could get their hands on it if they do the right research and know what they're doing, right? Now, I've seen people do videos on the police report. However, I feel like they were skimming through it. I feel like it wasn't properly broken down. So what we're going to do is we're going to analyze it, because it don't get no better than this. This is facts, right? And I feel that a lot of people are just focusing on the woman that was there. But when you read the police report, it kind of opens your eyes to other things that we need to be focusing on. And that's if you care. All right. So let's get straight into it. Now, it says right here on the first page that we're going to review. Off the bat, the first thing I noticed that a lot of people fail to bring up is that, yes, it was Cash in the car and it was a female as well, but it was 2 other guys in the car that a lot of people failed to bring up. Nobody's talking about these 2 guys. Everybody's just concerned about the female that allegedly set them up. And that's understandable, right? Because we know and we've been told that it was a female involved. We also been told that in the first attempt of his life, it was a female involved as well, in which it happened in a similar instance. However, this time it wasn't just Cash and the female. It was Cash, the female, and 2 other gentlemen. Who were the 2 other guys? All right. Now, what else? In another part of the police report, where it says, right here, it says that it's a female witness. Non-offender. It don't really, and then that's another thing, they don't got nobody names, I guess, for legal purposes, but nobody names. It just says female and their race or whatever the case may be. So there is a female witness. I don't know if that female is the same one that was in the car during the incident, but there is a female, a black female, that is the witness, right? Now let's move on to injuries. Now it says here, injury info, Hamilton Tristan J. We all know that that's FBG Cash. The type was a gunshot, and his injury extent was fatal. We know that he passed away due to his injuries. Now it's another victim. Once again, I don't know if it's the female, but we're going to assume that it was the female because it seemed like she was the only one that was shot along with FBG Cash. It says type gunshot, injury extent serious, but we know that she didn't die, so her injury extent isn't fatal like how Cash was. Now, once again, I'm not sure if it's the exact female because the injury info, the name is blurred out. We just know that she's a victim. He or she is a victim. But once again, we're going to assume that this is the woman they're referring to because she's the only one that got shot in the car as well. And that's another thing. How was she the only one that got shot as well? Where was the other 2 dudes when all this shooting was going on? How were they able to escape unscathed and without bullet wounds and all that? All right. Now it says here suspects. Suspect number 1, his name is unknown. He's a male, black, 5'10" to 6'2", unknown eyes, unknown hair, unknown hairstyle, unknown complexion. But it says a clothing description. His footwear was black gym shoes, bottom black jeans, top black hooded sweatshirt. That's all they got. Now let's move on to the vehicles, right? Which is another interesting thing because they have a vehicle up here, 2024 Edge truck, which happens to be the one that Cash was fatally shot in. And I understand that one, right? But what I don't understand is vehicle number 2 and vehicle number 3. So in total, it was 3 vehicles that they're pretty much saying was involved in the incident. I don't know why. I guess maybe these are the vehicles that was surrounded, that maybe they was affected by the gunshots. Who knows? But when it says damage, it says no damage on any of the cars. So I don't understand that. Not theft, not stolen, none of that. So I don't know. That one kind of threw me for a loop, but that's something we need to pay attention to. Of course, Cash's car was the only one that happened to be towed because, you know, it's being held for investigation. However, vehicle number 2 and vehicle number 3 wasn't towed and is not being held for any type of investigation. So I don't know why these cars are up here as vehicle number 1 and vehicle number 2 and vehicle number 3. Sorry. That's something that we gotta look into. They got the VIN numbers here on both vehicles, but they tried to black out the license plate, which is not smart on the law's behalf, because if you have the VIN number, it's kind of easy to get the license plate number after you got that. It's actually more dangerous to me to have somebody's VIN number, but anyway, moving on. So here's the part that's interesting the most, right? It's the narrative. This is what they have as what happened the fatal day that FBG Cash was actually shot. Now it says here, VIN number 02252, BWC incident in summary. RO responded to 2 shot spot events. They got it blacked off for 18 and 5 rounds at 8059 St. Marshfield. Upon arrival, RO observed the above Ford Edge license plate blocked off, parked in the middle of the street at 1627 West 81st Street. A male victim, Hamill Tristan, face down in the grass at 1623 West 81st Street, and a female victim, blacked out her name, sitting on the curb bleeding at 1627 West 81st Street, right? So once again, this is the only victim, which was the woman. What happened to the other 2 guys? I can't express that anymore. We don't got any stories from them as to what happened. We don't know where they was during the shooting. I'm gonna get into all that, but let's finish the narrative. Now it says here, Hamilton Tristan was unresponsive with multiple gunshot wounds when RO made contact. RO observed a gunshot wound to the left forearm and left shoulder blade of blocked off. They blocked off her name. So I'm assuming that's a female. She got shot on left forearm and left shoulder blade. Officer Andresco or Drasco, number 449, applied tourniquet to the left arm of a blocked off name. Blocked off name related she was sleeping in the above Ford Edge and woke up to gunfire and pain in left arm. Yeah, okay. It says Hamilton Tristan transported by ambulance 58 with multiple gunshot wounds about the body and pronounced deceased at the Christ Medical Center by Dr. Cardellano at 0606 hours. Now, you see that? You see that 0606? I know y'all probably gonna say conspiracy theory, whatever the case may be. I'm talking to my people that's into gematria, right? That's into numbers. Notice that 0606. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. Sounds like death by numbers, but that's a whole nother story. Now it says transported, serious condition under the care of Dr. ET on scene, recovered 23 spent shell casings, mixed assortment of handgun casings and rifle casings. So RO located 2 vehicles on scene with bullet hole damage belonging to. Oh, okay, so I guess that's where the vehicles come from. It came from the bullet hole damage. But why when it said vehicles, they didn't when it says vehicle, it said no damage. But it says blank interviewed by Officer Rodriguez, number 15314. Related, she observed blank fleeing the scene westbound from the location of occurrence above Ford Edge, towed for holding for investigation. Alright, so yeah, so pretty much as I'm looking here, right, it says that not only was it a handgun casing, it was a rifle casing as well. So to me, that tells me that it was more than just one person. You know, we keep hearing about this one tall man with dreads that stood over Cash, and that's another thing. I find it hard to believe that if it was an op that stood over Cash, that he didn't have more damage to him when it comes to gunshot wounds. Let's be real. His type of caliber of person and the type of op he was to the other side, they would have did him dirty if they really stood over him like that, right? And let's focus on the fact that they said it was handgun and rifle casings. It could have been one person with both guns, or it could have been more than one person. Once again, we don't know. We're just going off of what they're telling us, but we're just, trying to analyze this police report right here. So now, with us knowing everything that transpired from the official police report, let's talk about it, man, because like I said, a few things don't make sense to me, and I can't sit here and pinpoint who had anything to do with it. I can't say this person did this person set this person up. However, we could only speculate and overanalyze the information that we're given. All right. And everyone's blaming the engineer and all these other people, but I think we're forgetting or downplaying how advanced technology actually is. Right? See, technology is so crazy these days, it don't take much to have someone backdoored by dropping their locations. Right? You don't really need to drop anybody locations no more, because you could be the location. Now follow me when I say that. They say it was a female and 2 other guys with cash, right? Here's how easy it is to give up the location using an iPhone. A person could literally share their location with someone the whole time they with you, and you would never ever know. See, back in the day, if you was around someone and they was on their phones a little too much, and you was a rapper or something, and you was probably a little finicky about them being on their phone, you could be like, yo, what you doing? And be able to detect that they're on a phone, that they might be alerting somebody, who knows. But now it's not like that. You could have someone chilling with you, laughing it up all in your face, and the whole time they sharing their location, and you would never know. Right? Now here's the part that lost me as well. 2 guys in the car, 1 female, and cash. Altogether, that's 4 people. Out of 4 people, you mean to tell me no one else suffered any serious injuries, and Cash was the only one that got killed? Not only that, but who were these 2 guys he was with that nobody is talking about? And if the woman claimed she was asleep when she woke up to gunfire, why any of the 2 other guys were able to see what was going on or explain their side of what took place? Why is she the only one explaining what happened if she claimed that she was asleep? If she was asleep and the other 2 guys were awake pretty much, why aren't they telling what they seen? All that, oh, I ain't snitching, I hear you. But your man's just got killed, if that was even in fact his man's. And another thing, if they were shooting at Cash and it was 2 other people, why neither of them return fire? Like, how were they able to chase Cash down and do everything they did if it was 2 other guys? What were they doing when all of this was going down? Where did they go? It's a lot of questions we could be asking, man. Every time I cover the story, I always make it my business to let y'all know that I'm not saying who did it. I'm not saying who in particular had anything to do with it. But from what we are being told and from the looks of things, something just isn't adding up. They say it was with 2 guys. Who were these guys, man? And why every time one of these artists get caught slipping, it's never with the regular entourage we know them to be around. It's always with some people we never knew them to be around. Like if Cash got caught slipping with Dutchy or Young, then that's understandable because we know them for always being around each other. But for some reason, these guys always get caught out there with some randoms. And honestly speaking, we don't even know who he was around. I'm just saying, it's not the immediate guys we know Cash to be around. It was with unknown female from, I guess, Instagram or whatever, and 2 other dudes. Who was the 2 other guys? So once again, that's pretty much it, man. We analyzed the police report. It don't get no realer than that. And I just want to hear what you guys got to say. Like I said, I'm not saying who had a hand in what, who did what. We can't say that. Only thing I can say is too many similarities when we compare the first attempt on his life to the second one. Right? In both cases, it involved a female. In both cases, it involved him being in the car. In both cases, it involved him coming from a certain record label studio. You see what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I don't believe in coincidences. Some of y'all may do. It just is what it is. Y'all jump in the comments and let me know how y'all feel, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.